Hey everyone. In today's video, I wanted to walk through this SEO content brief template I built in Streamlit. So for context, sometimes in larger organizations, it may not be feasible to provide SEO recommendations for every single project a subteam is working on when there are hundreds of subteams, but only maybe a handful of in-house SEOs. So to help streamline and ensure that basic on-page recommendations are being considered as work is produced, I ended up creating this Streamlit app to help put some guardrails up for other teams to follow who may not be as in the trenches for SEO, for them to follow as they're working on a new page, and just to help maintain a level of consistency across the board with these types of documents, especially if there isn't an in house SEO expert available to provide some of that oversight and support. So, in a nutshell, you'd start by entering your target keywords into the Streamlit app alongside search volume and current ranking position. And then there's a part of this app further down that once you put in this information, it ends up referencing a decayed click through rate curve to then forecast the incremental traffic lift or conversion lifts that you would get if you were to improve positions for these target terms. And you can also adjust using these sliders as well for things like app start rate or app submit rates. So you'd also fill out basic information about, the research for this page. So just making sure your target keywords match the right user intent, page updated or being built, what search features are being included in the search results that should be considered as page elements or rich mediums, a section for FAQs present within the search results. And then further down is an on-page elements section to fill out as well for your H1, your meta title, your meta description, the recommended URL. And what's cool about for these first three fields is that I set a character limiter. So this avoids having these elements being truncated in the search results and forcing some conformity of best practice. So it won't let you exceed the character limit in these boxes. So 65 characters or less for H1s, page titles, 155 characters or less for the page description, etc. I also included a schema markup drop-down selector as well, with some common schema markup types to consider for inclusion on the page. So like in this case, having FAQs or product might be applicable for this page example. And then there's also a internal linking section that kind of denotes what links should be included on page, what is the preferred anchor text, the type of page we're linking to. So in this case, like product or article. And then again, the conversion data down below. So just based on these updates or a new page being built, what position are we looking to rank in for each of these keywords? So by default, it's set to be an improvement of one position, but you can adjust as you wish. And then the last note is that this app also has some quick toggles that give quick explainers on what should be filled out in each of these fields as well. But once you're done filling everything out, you can then export all this information into a Word document that basically ports over all of these fields and inputs. So you can kind of see that referenced here, the keyword data, the SERP analysis, your on-page elements, the forecasting and the keyword data as well for search volume, your current rank, how much incremental traffic you can forecast based on that click-through curve, and then your app starts or app submits based on what you selected in that slider field. And the last piece of it too is also just having this SEO on-page checklist for folks to follow along. So did they put in everything that needed to be included? Is it following some level of best practice? So things like, did you select enough keywords? Do your on-page elements include the primary keyword for pieces like your H1, your title tag, your meta description? What were some of the quick observations that you saw in the SERP analysis? Just things that help guide more inexperienced team members where there may not be that direct oversight to support them. So anyway, I wanted to quickly just share this out in case anyone else finds it to be useful. And then if there are any other features or things that would be cool to include or update within this tool, definitely let me know in the comments. I'd love to continue iterating on this. But thanks everyone, and I'll catch you all in the next video.